EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Devin Duvernay. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Able to power through, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
11 MT.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Herb Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score, Ravens 14, Bengals 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
11. Stop.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
11. Stop.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Jackson, options out left. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Report!
Jackson now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. The Ravens at 4-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Here we go.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
11.
Now Burrow. Catch is made here by Smith Jr. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score on EA Sports.
The score tied 14-14.
I'm one, ready?
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
11, Thomas. Turtles up. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here we go, here we go.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. With that one into the hands of Beckham downfield. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Play action. Now Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 26 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off the fourth.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On 1, ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Hey, report.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They go play action with Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
On gain of 11, makes it 3rd and 1.
Third down and 1. In motion right is a running back. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. A quick hitter complete. It's Mitchell. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Try the right side with Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. Shot. Shot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
11, 11, 11, 11. Shot.
Now it's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
11, 11, 11. Mighty.
Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
12.
In motion left is Higgins.
12. 11 MT. 12. 11 mighty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And Burrow's saying, let's go.
12. Stop.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Let's go.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Here we go,
Ball
here we go.
on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
11. Stop.
Now again, left side, Brown with it. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go,
This
here we go.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Stop.
They'll go right back to Evans here on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again here with Evans. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They'll run on first down with Evans. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
11 MT paint. 11. Dot.
Burrow will throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
11 Thomas. 11. 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 32 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Play action. It's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
In motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
12. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. Jihad. Jihad.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. 34 yards to gain that time. Another first down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
11 Thomas.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Bengals 32. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Evans gets it again on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 6. And Burrow going to change the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
12, 12, 12.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll flip this out to Evans. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
11, 11. 11, 11. 180. 180 touch.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. There's Evans again, complete. And then he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
11, mighty.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Short throw to Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
180.
Again, it's Burrow. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Get set. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, tank. 11 MT, tank. Stop.
They'll try the left side with Evans. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Stop. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop. Stop.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
11 MT.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Stop. Terrible touch. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
38-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
On 1, ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Stop.
Here's Burrow. He's got handled. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Burrow. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now 2nd and 4. To throw, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Ravens send their punter out now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.